how we do it, man. You know how we do it, man. It's a Tuesday night. Man. What is that?
It's the Falcons, man. It's an actual Falcon.
Oh man.
Yeah. See that, man? Come from one of my hats, man. Just come from one of my Falcon. Okay, one of my Falcon hats, man. That's all.
You probably got about 10 on them. But yeah, man. What's up, folks? Man, y'all know what time it is, man. It's Preview Tuesday. Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, man. And we finna give y'all this quick preview. Commanders and Falcons, man. This is gonna be a good one, man. Even though it's a disappointing game Sunday. We're gonna keep it pushing, man. You gotta keep pushing, cuz.
Oh yeah.
Time brains change, and hopefully it's a good change this week, man.
We got the week, man. We got the week. That's another reason why we do these on Tuesday nights, man. Quick turnaround, you know what I'm saying? Can't get too high, can't get too low. We got to get on to the next week. We got to go.
Facts. But y'all come on in, man. Come on in and join us, man. Before y'all even start listening, man, please hit that like button, man, and get them likes up. Help push this video through the YouTube universe and the algorithm. And also, if you on Twitter, man, go ahead and retweet it. Because we finna talk some trash.
Oh yeah, man.
We waiting on our guest to get here, so hopefully he'll come through, man. Fred Smoot, former NFL defensive back for the Washington Redskins / Commanders. He's coming through to chat with us tonight. Hopefully he comes through soon. But hey, he my boy. He been rocking with me for a long time, and if he don't come here, hey, we still gonna rock. But I got confidence in him because he a trash talker. He never miss a chance to talk trash because that's what he do, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, man, y'all, like Smitty said, man, y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button on your way in, man. Hey, hit the like button on both our channels, man. It definitely will help both our channels get out there in the algorithm for sure. So, yeah, we definitely waiting on our guest, like I said. But before he comes in and while we're waiting on him to come in, we're going to continue this Falcon football talk with all you great people, man. What's up to the chat? What's up, everybody?
Facts. Make you fumble. What's good? Robert Blackman, Shaka Zulu. What's good? Make you fumble that we need size on our defensive line. That's absolutely true. But I feel like the guys we got, they can do the job, man. A137 sauce. What a hit.
That's what I'm talking about. A name I can really get behind.
Miss Carey, what's good? Sunday's a must win, absolutely. If Mariota plays and Terry doesn't, absolutely no reason we should lose. We said that last Sunday. But look what happened.
Yeah.
we better not. We need to do a complete 180.
What it is, what it say? We better win. That's what it is. We better win.
Better win with a capital BETTER. Ray brought the donuts, man, like he always do, man. What's good?
Appreciate that.
Like Miss Carey said, man. Y'all please hit that like and that subscribe button. But like button take us way farther than the subscribe button do. And y'all can continue to drop those comments because the more comments y'all drop, they helps with the algorithm as well. I just found that out the other day. Miss Lisa Shepherd, what's good?
Hey,
Dirty Bird 67, what's good? Let's get it.
It's been a minute since I seen Dirty Bird. What's going on?
He still be around, man. He be in the comments. Carl Thomas, what's good? Hey, man, it's looking that way, but we're going to keep it positive, man. We're going to try to keep it positive. Coaching staff let us down, man, but hey, it is what it is. Kevin, what's up, my guy? Frisco Gaming, what's good? Welcome back. If y'all was on here earlier, man, I had to talk about that scapegoat, man. If y'all missed that, man, please go check it out. But hey, I mean, that was just my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Mike making a scratching sound. My bad. I don't know why it's doing that. Can you hear me clearly now?
Hold on. Was it my mic?
Jamarius, what's good, man? You talking about me?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Jamarius, what's good, man? Y'all go check Jamarius out on YouTube as well. Georgia, Texas boy, what it do? New era is here. The Falcons will rise up 2025 and beyond. Yeah, you gotta stay positive. Robin, what's good? What's good? Reggie. Let's see who else. Need. What's good, man? Y'all checked out the new kicker. Yeah, he's a rookie, man. He's actually a rookie. Went to the University of Pittsburgh, did kick for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
And now he's a 24-year-old rookie. We also got another receiver who I think is going to be a special teams guy if he makes the 53-man roster. He also, played for Tampa Bay, so we've seen him before. because a couple of years ago he actually had a couple of big catches in the game that we had down in Chapel. So I think it's just a roster spot, and he's a little
now, good people, raise your hand if you remember him. I'm waiting. Okay.
But yeah, he's only 5'8", about 155. He's a real small guy. I weigh more than he do, soaking wet, and I'm 5'3". But it is what it is. D, what's good, my guy? But let's go and kick this thing off, man. Player stats, what's good? I mean, y'all in here tonight, boy.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What's going on?
Darius, where you been, man? Where you been? Good evening, my brother. Where you been?
Time for some Falcons.
But
good people.
Let's get these banners rolling, man. Let's start with the easy stuff. Okay. As we heard, Zach Robinson gonna move to the field, and y'all can follow along in the chat if y'all want to. But I said it, A1 said it. This had to be done because of the young quarterback, and I've told y'all, I said it earlier on the live show. This is a move had to be made because you got to be very communicative with a young quarterback. And again, he's a first-time offensive coordinator in his second year, so he's still learning on the fly as well. So if you got coaching a player learning on the fly, guess what? They need to be in as much communication as possible to get on the same page to make things flow in the right direction. And if he's not scheming well and you're not getting the plays in, that's a recipe for a disaster. And that's what happened last Sunday. But what you think about it, A1? As I said, y'all can follow along in the chat.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This should have been what was going on from the beginning. I don't understand why Zach Robinson was ever in the booth. I said that before, and I'm standing on it. I never understood why Zach Robinson was ever in the booth. As much as success we've seen happens when coach and playmaker are close by each other in close proximity, it normally goes better than that booth stuff. So I mean, I honestly, I prefer, my coach to be right there and, in arm's reach or whatnot. Again,
I have no idea why.
You try unplugging your entire mic and try it again. But yeah, man, I just never understood why Zach was ever up there. But I enjoy the fact that Raheem did say Zach is coming on down, going to be on the sideline. Plus, on top of that, we can't be dependent on technology and at all.
Still scratching.
Say something again.
Still scratching.
Oh no, you good now? We back, baby. But yeah, man.
Microphone on, man.
See, prime example. Technology. It don't have no brain. It don't know it's supposed to work when it's supposed to. So at the end of the day, it goes back to the headset. I'm glad Zach Robinson coming down, and plus on top of that, you want that connection between the quarterback, offensive coordinator. Anyway, remember, both of these guys are technically in their second years. I know Penix is more so a rookie than Zach, but these two guys can grow together and possibly that connection together so we can see that on the field, get those plays off quicker. Allow my man Michael Penix to do some of the similar things that he was doing last year. Remember when he was doing audibles? Remember when he was changing different plays, reading the defense, surveying the field? He's not able to do that much this year. Part Absolutely. Of that has to do with the coaching and in the playing. It's to play our plays, not getting to our quarterback, Michael Penix. You're unable to do it.
Facts. T. Walker, thank you for the donation, my brother. He said, Mina Kynes and Dan broke down how predictable and simple our offense is on NFL Live today, and I got to go check that out because somebody else actually sent me an inbox with that same statement. So I got to go check it out, and I might do a reaction on it because I mean it was pretty horrible, man. And if you looked at Mike Penix, he just seemed all out of whack, inaccurate, unable to go through progressions. I mean, it was just a shit show. Let's keep it real. But y'all know me. I just tell it like it is. It was a shit show. Point blank.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about, the plays in itself. And I know it's been said that we don't throw in the middle of the field. We only have a certain number of plays. Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, we need that offense to be clicking on all cylinders. Right. And one way to do that is to get closer to your quarterback, and allow him to run plays that he's familiar with. But I'm going to get into why I think that we're not running those play action plays in a moment once we kind of go to that the game preview.
Facts. But D said you hit the nail on the head, man, because he shouldn't have been up there in the first place. And I said that I've been saying that since last year, actually, because it just didn't make sense. And like I said, you got coaches been coaching 15, 20 years, don't even do that. So why would he do it? And one thing about, a good coach, they're going to want to be in their players' face each and every game, because if they go do something wrong, guess what? They're going to be in your behind.
It's easy to fix things, or let me say it. Let me take out that easy word. Let me say it'll be more simple to handle things. If something goes awry, you can possibly, bring it back if y'all are in close proximity again. So like we seen it happen all the time. And again, you just got to get back to good old fashioned football. Talking to your quarterback, telling him what you see and telling him how the play is going. Y'all can communicate way easier if y'all are may possibly sitting on the bench next to each other, more so than you up in the booth. I got this tablet. I just want, some more of a connection, especially if we're talking about continuity, especially if we're talking about cohesion. Then let's be as close as we possibly can.
Yeah. Hey, Tay, bro, in hindsight, this could have been worked out during preseason. And Tay,
I'm with you when you're right. Okay.
We've been saying that, and this is why reps matter. I mean, you can take it how you want, even if you believe it or not. Reps is how you not rust off going into the regular season. And even though some teams played their starters and they were still kind of rusty, you still got to do it, just to knock the rust off. And get on the same page, and this is how you stay on the same page. And you will have some film to actually watch going back into practice and training camp during the week. And that was one of the most important reasons why I said that you had to have some reps, so you have some film to watch and something to look at. You can't always look at last year's film, because guess what? The other 31 teams in the NFL got the same film that you got of your quarterback, and they watching. So you can't use that. So you got to stay fresh. Stay fresh.
Comment for you though. Here's it is. Cy Anderson hit us with the Zach can move to the field all he wants. If the offense can't put the ball in the end zone, though, you can't win in this league. The Falcons offense are not scoring touchdowns. Let that marinate. And that's true. They're not
point blank period.
We're not scoring a touchdown. Bro, we didn't even get into the red zone at all. That's the thing. Against the Carolina Panthers, we did not get into the red zone.
One of the worst defenses in the league going into week 3. Let that marinate. And then we still ran the ball. Well, we still ran the ball for over 100 yards. 130 to be exact, I think. So I mean, and the crazy thing about it, Nate Carter had about 48 of that. So Bijan and Tyler still being held back. K9, thank you for the donation, my brother. He said offensive coordinator and quarterback should be meeting for dinner just to talk. They need to be doing more than talking, because if they gonna talk, they need to bring a playbook. They need to bring a iPad, and they need to put it in the middle of the table and tell each other what they see. They need to do something, because
I mean, for sure. Because this offense in 3 games, my thing is, the Carolina Panthers actually did us a favor. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into that point in a second, but Miss Lisa Shepard here.
Hey, Miss Lisa, we actually scored that game. That was that game when Julio snatched that ball out the air.
Yeah, the little snatch.
Yeah, so we did score that game.
Or, you know what? She's talking about the one against Mac Jones, I believe, though.
Was it that Mac Jones or was that Tom Brady?
No, that was Matt. I think she's talking about.
Okay, yeah. We did get shit out of the game. I think it was 23-0. Absolutely.
Right, and then it was like a decline in Matt Ryan versus the Patriots. And then he said, "Why did this young offense get shut out? We never had any rhythm. At some points, Penix looked shook out there." And I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't let Michael Penix slide at all. It was some things he could have done better, but you think about it, we can give Michael Penix grace. He is necessarily a rookie. He's going to have ups and downs, but the offensive coordinator, he has to put Michael Penix into the right positions, give him the right plays, get him the plays on time. It's things that we could have done better, but ultimately that was a complete offensive shutdown. Didn't nothing go right on offense outside of the guy wearing number 7. So, and it's just like you can think about even with the run game, we went away from that some too. How does Tyler Algier only have 1 carry for 4 yards and it was on a first down? I remember it. And it's like that's not acceptable as well either. You have such a prolific run game, 2 guys that can get you yards. And in that game, if you see your young quarterback struggling as he was, after the first pick 6, I know we were down, but our run game was making some headway. And then where's the quick set of plays? Maybe something to get him just in rhythm, something that the cornerbacks of the Carolina Panthers can't sit on because they're generating pressure against Michael Penix. He's still able to get it out. But after a while, the cornerbacks and the defensive backs, period, start sitting on routes because they were so predictable. We can't be like that, y'all.
Absolutely. Game of barbershop while we shaming Zach Robinson for what Raheem said was next big thing. We're not shaming Zach Robinson. We just hold him accountable for what he should be doing. Second year in the same offense, he should be a little bit further ahead than where he is right now. And he looks like a first year guy from last year. Right now, he should be further along than that.
And in all fairness, it's not just about jumping on Zach, because at the end of the day, we know who hired Zach. We know the guy who hired the guy who hired Zach. So at the end of the day, it's going to eventually go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Just like how the corporate ladder goes all the way to the top. So.
Frisco said it was 25 to nothing. I knew it was 20 something, but yeah, they didn't score. I know exactly what you're talking about now. The game in Atlanta where AJ Terrell had that interception. Absolutely, that was ugly. It was just as ugly as Sunday's game.
Yeah, it's just way too predictable, man.
Eric Allen said I'm late, but need to stop babying MP and let him push the ball downfield. I mean, that's easier said than done. Because when you scheming, how you gonna know where to throw the ball? A lot of his throws were off because receivers running wrong routes, couldn't get no separation. So that's all with coaching, and that may be one of the reasons I hear you going. But I feel like he wasn't the only problem. I just part of that was he was a scapegoat, I think. So look, I'm telling you.
But yeah,
you just gotta do better.
Yeah, but ultimately though, we're whenever you're ready though, we can get into it.
All right. Miss Carey said the Falcons only scored a touchdown 29% of their red zone trips, third worst in the league, just behind the Giants and Texans. And I can't believe the Texans like that, because they got Nico Collins. Who was that other Xavier Hutchinson, the Higgins kid who came out this year, the rookie. Then you had the 2 running back where Joe Mixon hurt. But you still have Damian Pierce and there's another running back today. They still have enough weapons. They shouldn't even be as bad. And again, Pittsburgh play calling because C.J. Stroud looked like he took a step back. So
it's crazy. They blamed it on Slowick, but the offense still doesn't look like it's clicking, even without him. So just saying.
Yep, absolutely. But let's move on. We talked about Coach Shirley already. So
it's still crazy.
I do like we do, man. Falcon week 3 offensive performance. We talked about that a little bit. If you want to go a little bit further into it, we can. If not, we can go to the offense against the Commanders' defense.
Man, we can get right into this new game because honestly, we know it was no performance like that again. So let's put it out of our minds and get into what we can do, and that's focus on this week. We can control what you can control.
Oh, that's right. Bobby Slovic is gone out of Houston.
Yeah, that's why I said Slowick. Yeah, that's why I said they blamed it on Slowick, but the offense still looks bad. So
yeah, and then again, probably another first year coordinator. We talk about it. We know that at some point these guys got to learn and got to do the job, but you got to make sure that they are well battle tested as a position, as a pass game coordinator, whatever they do before they get to be a coordinator, pass game manager, or whatever it is. Because Mike McDaniel, man, he he was a quarterback in San Francisco. Mike McDaniel was a passing game coordinator before taking over as the head coach of the Dolphins. But I feel like he had enough of Kyle Shanahan's system because he was with him in San Francisco. He was with him in Atlanta. So I mean, he had the tools to learn and to get promoted all the way up to a head coach from a pass game coordinator, and it happens sometimes. But I mean, look, let's see, Falcons offense against the Commanders defense. What do y'all feel like the Falcons have to do this game against a Commanders defense that I think is strong as hell? Still with Dan Quinn, and we know Dan Quinn, fast and physical, he gonna live and die by that. So I mean, and the crazy part about it, he got rid of one of his best defensive tackles. He got rid of Chase Young, and he's bringing in more and more talent, in his second year. But what do y'all feel like how the Falcons will match up against this defense?
Well, I can definitely tell you one thing. I believe that, first of all, you think about it, man. We have not been able to take these Commanders down for the past couple of seasons. It don't matter who the head coach was, who the quarterback was. It just seemed like the Commanders being able to have our numbers, but we've been very close.
Absolutely.
And the closest we've ever been was last game against them. And I believe, man, we got to go to things that worked. We ran the ball. So I feel like we need to get back to running the ball. That's going to be our bread and butter. Every week after week, it's always going to be run the ball. We have two prolific guys that can do it. So
yeah, that's already one of my keys to the game. I'm telling y'all that right now, so y'all to get the other two tomorrow.
Right. And my thing is also, we already know there's going to be pressure. Dan Quinn is going to generate some pressure. Michael Penix, he's got to be able to handle the pressure, read the pressure, and be accurate with his throws. It's not just about getting the throws off, because he has one of the quickest releases, being less than 3 seconds. And I like since week 1, he's averaged anywhere from 2.8 seconds per throw, like about the ball being out of his hand. That's beautiful. But as far as his accuracy goes and ball placement, it just does have to get a little bit better. Again, he is necessarily in his rookie season. He's only played like 7 games. Total as a pro, so he's going to have ups and downs. I'm not worried about him. What I am worried about is the coordinator getting him the plays, giving him correct plays, and us driving the ball down the field. This defense, you can still drive the ball down the field on them. You have the skill players to do it. I think that's one thing that you got to try to do. I want us to do play action, but guys, I think we don't trust the line enough to actually try it, because you think about, remember, Smitty, one of the things we're going to do is play to Michael Penix's strengths. Well, remember back in college, he used to do a lot of play action. We don't do that. And I believe it's because they don't trust the offensive line ultimately. And the crazy thing about it, the offensive line has not been terrible. But I don't think, as far as like Penix turning his back, really, I truly don't believe that they trust the offensive line to hold up. And the fact that that is, I feel like that's a fact. I just feel like that's a fact at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Shout out to Jaden, man. Tomorrow, the anniversary of his grandfather passing away. And I know he took that pretty hard, man. I checked on him for a good little while, make sure he was good. But shout out to you, man. I know that's hard. And, I know Chris I lost my grandfather 3 years ago, so I absolutely know how that feels, man. And I only have one grandparent left, so trust me, I know how you feel. But yeah, man, it's tough, man, and we're gonna pray for you, nephew.
Always praying for you, brother.
But sure. To your point, I know you said we're not trusting the offensive line, but at the same time, I still feel like a scheming problem, because if you know how to scheme and you know how to coach, I mean, you're gonna learn how to use that backside block with the tight end like they did last year when Caleb McGarry was over there. So I'm not gonna use that as an excuse. I'm gonna just say this: 200 yards running against the Vikings. That helped you move the ball down the field. And they moved the ball down the field, but when they got in the red zone, they stalled. Why? Because they did not take shots in the end zone, and that's a scheming issue. If you don't know how to scheme for Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and they got to do that more this game. I don't feel like this game either, even though Dan Quinn kind of knows Kyle Pitts well. I still don't feel like they have nobody that can guard Kyle Pitts. So this is why this is one of those games he has to take over in the red zone if you're not running the football. And two, we said it last week, have Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson on the field at the same time. That way you confuse the defense as to which way you're going to attack them.
And I'm with that running back set for sure.
You got to.
But my thing is another thing is just about the whole thing with the line. If you've seen it, sometimes when they first of all, we rarely run any play action. Rarely. But when we do, sometimes they worry about him getting the pressure on him, because the Carolina Panthers, we ran, I think, maybe 1 or 2 play actions. And Carolina was able to get close to Michael Penix. And I just don't think they want him to want the defense to get close to Michael Penix like that. I really just don't believe that they trust the line. If Caleb McGarry was here, I feel like, it would be different. Then on top of that, now this is where I'm catering to your point, Smitty. The scheme, it is something wrong with it because it's predictable. It's too predictable. My thing it shouldn't be 10-year-olds being able to read your next play, your next run play, your next play was coming. It shouldn't be like that. And you think about it as well with the scheming issue is defenses are honing in on what you're doing. By the time you hit the second half, they're making adjustments, trying to take away the things you were doing well. By the fourth quarter, you're up a creek if you're not in the lead. These first 3 games, man, have shown that we are not putting the ball in the end zone. We do not have red zone efficiency. We're not driving the ball down the field. Our routes are starting to become more and more predictable. Why? Because the more weeks of football you play, the more film teams can watch on you. And once they hone into the things that you're doing, because it's so predictable, they start sitting on routes. Once they start sitting on routes, the ball starts going the other way. And what have we been seeing? I'm just saying. I know it's one game, but
you got to think too, man.
It happened.
Right, and what they have to do also, man. You got to stop forcing the ball to Bijan. It's other players on the team, man. It's other offensive talent on this team. You running the ball left, you running the ball right, you throwing swing passes, you throwing screen passes. I mean, that's all fine then if you mixing it up, right? But you got to put the ball down the field, man. And if you're going to run the ball effectively, you got to push the ball downfield. Just like you did. And I'll give you a perfect example. First drive against Tampa Bay. 3 plays. What do? Bijan run left, Bijan run right, Bijan swing pass, Bijan scores. So what you have to do is mix it up. And what I mean, and you got to use Ray McCloud as an advantage too, because he's small, he can sit in zones. So you run, hook patterns to get this guy open and find him. And if you run more hook routes and more post routes, I think that helps Michael Penix, because that's what he loves, man. If you saw him at Washington with a Dunze and Polk, they ran a lot of post routes. And the only way you can do that is if you run the ball effectively. So I feel like running the ball is just going to be the key to this game, period. And Dan Quinn, just like the last 2 guys, he likes to blitz as well because he preaches fast, physical. So he's going to be the one to use the defensive backs and use the defensive end, the stunt, because we know what he's going to do. So to offset that, just like what Carolina did to us last week, 3-step drop, get the ball out, 3-step drop, get the ball out as fast as you can. And that's the way you're going to have to attack this defense. And you're going to jump out in front of them. And we'll get on, how to attack them. But trust me, the way they're going to attack you, 3-step drop, get it out, run the football effectively. And I think that's going to be the key to the game.
But my thing is, Smitty, shouldn't we already be having those implemented anyway, just for Michael Penix, regardless? Like 3-step drop out, 3-step drop out. The only thing that I'm just saying is 3-step kick out in a screen.
A1, but you got to think of this too. Another reason why I don't think it's implemented, because he don't trust Penix to be able to read the defense. You got to think last year.
How can you not think so?
He had a think about it. He had a veteran in Kirk Cousins last year to help him along, and he don't have that this year.
But wait, there's more. Three games last year, I saw Michael Penix reading defenses. I saw Michael Penix making audibles. I saw Michael Penix making the right decision. And I also saw skill players letting down the quarterback.
I get that.
I'm just saying.
Think about it. If the offensive coordinator is taking a step backwards, and you don't see that same development from last year, and it seems we talk about Vic Beasley all the time when Dwight Freeney was here. When Dwight Freeney left, and he had nobody to motivate him. Guess what? Took a step back. He did get 8 sacks in the season, which is a whole lot of sacks, depending on what we had the last 10 years. But think about it. If the offensive coordinator taking a step back, the quarterback gonna take a step back. You absolutely right. He did take shots downfield, and he showed that he could read defenses, but he struggled with progressions against Carolina. Why? Because he was trying to get the ball out quick. The scheme just wasn't there, and the way they drew up the plays, it just didn't work, because you've seen it a couple of times. The damn players ran into each other. You can't do that. And like K9 said, they snapping the ball at 1 second, 2 seconds. Bro, why not wait till it get the damn 5 seconds, snap the ball? Come on.
The defense can tee off like that, and you pretty much giving them a prime jump when you're going down.
Absolutely.
That's and guess what you're doing? You're doing a disservice to your young quarterback and your offensive line that's already trying to do its best without its best right tackle. People can talk about Caleb McGarry all they want to, but I guarantee you there's a lot of Falcon fans that wish he would walk through the door healthy right now.
Yeah. And we gave him hell of grief, and I know I did. I'm not gonna lie. I gave him grief, but I also knew that when he played, we were gonna have another tight end over there to help him as soon as he started struggling. But the thing was, he played well last year. He struggled at times.
Toward the end of the season.
Yeah, because he was worn down. Think about it. When you run the football more than you passing it, that's gonna take a toll. And again, I can't stress it enough. The thing is, it makes me wonder too, what the hell is Kirk Cousins doing on the sideline? If he see Michael Penix struggling with reading the field, he got to pull him to the side with that iPad and say, man, look, this is what I see. This is what you should look for. You supposed to have an extra coach on the sideline than Kirk Cousins. Let's keep it real.
I mean, that's fact.
Hey, Joe, what's good, man? Why do we think Zach will call better plays on the field when if you know football, you have an advantage to see the whole field with aerial view? How is this going to work? Something to think about.
Second-year coordinator, still possibly learning his way. But Smitty, what you got to say?
And Joe, I said it this morning. I said it last night. I said it Sunday. Michael Penix need to get in his behind. If he called a play that he don't like, and he need to teach him how to audible. He need to teach him how to read the field and learn how to audible, get prepared to audible. He hadn't even learned that yet. That to me, that's a step back, because you were here a whole year last year. You mean tell me you don't know how to read the field and call it audible because of what you see on the field with the defense and what they're setting up for. And like I've known for a while, you see a single high safety, guess what? You attack the middle of the field. They didn't do that last week. I seen single high about 10, 15 times. Single high. Yeah, if he can't read that, I mean, what the hell is Zach Robinson doing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get a good look area view wise, but guess what? Kirk Cousins see what's going on in the field. He can read it. Raheem Morris, he's on the field. He can read it. I mean, it's more than one coach out there. And if Zach Robinson, just like perfect example, Minnesota game, they had to call a quick timeout because he couldn't get the call down through his helmet and he didn't know what the hell was going on. You saw the frustration.
Yeah, we called penalties and everything.
And if Zach Robinson is down there right then at that point, Michael Penix is going to tend to his behind. Why? Because he can't hear the play, and he doesn't understand what's going on. He got the sheet right there in his hand for Michael Penix to look at the sheet and him explain what's going on the field. That's the difference with being, face to face to being up in the box. Right. When you're face to face, you get to look at the play sheet. He gets to, coach you through what's going on instead of up there when you just talking and you just hope for the best. That's the difference.
And I know
Michael face is always better. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I just said Michael Penix. He said that he knows the plays. He just need the coach to get it to him. Pretty much, So I'm paraphrasing. That's not what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm just saying but he knows the plays. Just get them to me. That's all. And I believe they should be coming a lot faster. It's going to be a few things we need to look out for, including just clock management, play how fast the play gets in, how fast guys are getting lined up. Will Michael Penix be audible in this game? Will he be surveying the field more and having more control of the offense instead of the clock down to 5-4 seconds and this, let me have it, so
right.
We don't play under center again. That's going to be hard to do play action like that. We play out of shotgun, out of pistol. We run out of shotgun, out of pistol, and again, I just feel like it has something to do with not the quarterback. I feel like it's just the trust in the line and maybe even the coordinator with trusting in himself. I mean, it could be a possibility. I don't think it's on the quarterback. And it's crazy to say that considering how young Penix is and how technically inexperienced he is. But I've seen this guy make the throws. We've seen this guy. Remember last year, guys, we've seen him make the throws, even in the middle of the field. Yes, it was a lot was on the sidelines. We know he can do that, but we saw plays in the middle of the field. So it's just like, where are the rest of the plays? It's almost like, my goodness, do you have it locked away for another day? We just need to see. It's like, and my thing is, I want to be real when I say this because I think Michael Penix is the guy. But just in case he may not be, I want to know early. One way how you tell,
you got to know. Yeah,
give him the plays.
And like somebody said, man, you just got to put trust in him. If you see something that you want to run that you think you can take advantage of, call the play. Because if you don't, how you gonna ever know if he can do it? And he said, like I said earlier, he said himself, he can play on the center, he can play shotgun, he can play pistol. So you got to trust that. And one thing about it, if he's on the center, he can get the ball out faster because he just take 2-step drop, throw it up.
Right.
And guess what? Kyle Pitts can go get it. Drake London can go get it. You just got to trust that. And if you don't, I mean, hey, guess what? You don't trust your quarterback, that's a problem. Because, look, after a while, we're going to have to blame Penix too. Why? Because he's out there playing the quarterback position. Offensive coordinator might not be doing his job, but Michael Penix still got to perform. If he knew how to audible, I think we would have had a better game last week. We probably would have had a better game in Minnesota because 5 field goals is not going to cut it any Sunday.
Right.
Game of Barbershop say Jalen Hurts got into his offensive coordinator in that round game. He damn sure did. I agree with Penix needing to assert himself to zero out more. I mean, Game of Barbershop, you know where I'm coming from, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna say this though, like you think about it, just getting back to the game, we're gonna have to use our run game early because I'm sure the Commanders eventually, if not, they don't start out with it. They may load the box. They may start out loading the box. You never know. Just to see how do we counter that. I do eventually believe that this defense led by Dan Quinn is going to try to take away your best thing that you do, which is running the ball, which means we're going to have to, at sometimes, be forced into pushing the ball downfield because you have to keep that defense honest. You got to keep those guys honest.
Meaning your receiver's going to have to sit in his zone if they blitzing because he's going to have to get it out fast.
1, 2, 3.
You're going to see slants. You're going to see slants. You're going to see hooks. You're going to see all that. So getting the ball out quick is going to be key. And if you can do that, that's going to push them off the line a little bit because they're going to have to cover that. And then they'll pick up.
That's why. No, I was about to say. No, I was saying that's why. Like how you said, Kyle Pitts earlier. I know everyone is a little upset with him right now, but this is a prime game for Darnell Mooney to be a key factor in this game. I understand he had some drops. I understand some miscommunication. And to be honest with you, he didn't have a preseason. So think about that too with Mooney. This is kind of pretty much his preseason, his training camp, and everything. But Darnell Mooney on quick, just like him being able to get separation, I believe Darnell Mooney can be a key factor in this game too. We know Drake's going to be there. Kyle Pitts is the mismatch. But if there's any X factor I'm thinking about that could get get loose in the zone and find spots, sit down, or just find us spots in stride for Michael Penix, it can be Darnell Mooney. He just gotta bring it in. Just gotta bring it in.
Absolutely. HO said so we get a bad play in quicker. Get a bad play in quicker is the advantage.
See now, HO, the plays can't be vanilla. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier, and leading into Smitty's point, we are very vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so vanilla that everybody can call out the plays. And again, the defenses are starting to sit on routes. The defenses are already starting to load the box. They're already seeing what's going on. For example, when Charlie Warner comes out there, runs to the left, runs to the right, comes back, the defense already know what's going on. If they see Charlie Warner, they already know what's going on. Let's just say that. And then it all depends on where you have him loaded up and set up at, and the formation. They know for a fact what's coming for you. If they don't see Charlie Warner, okay, then maybe the defense is already saying, well, okay, no Charlie in his normal positions when they run the ball, so it must be a pass now. That's predictable. Then running off the clock all the way down. Come on. Absolutely. Now, the defense gets a chance to tee off. All three of those things cannot happen against this Commander team, because if it does, we're going to get torched at home. So it just, on all far as the offense, I know we don't talk about this for quite some time, and we're going to get to the defensive side, but it just offensively, it can be nothing, and I do mean nothing, that what we saw of last week. It was too much of Bijan, not enough everybody else. Now we just need a balance of Bijan and Tyler, with a balance of some passing and getting the ball downfield. You can still have all the other plays that you have, but in order to keep the defense honest, Smitty, you know, like I know, we're going to have to push that ball downfield, and we got weapons to do it. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's another sign of inexperienced offensive coordinator. Let's keep it real. But RJ wanted to know, when you guys think Penix should get the playbook on his wristband and call his own plays. When he's further along developed, I mean, he's not developed far enough to be doing that. See, one thing about that, you got to have confidence in your quarterback to do that and what he sees on the field. And what we saw last week, he's not ready, because if he was, I feel like a couple of those plays, they would have audible out of, and they would have took more shots downfield. And like you said earlier with the vertical game, this is probably the perfect time to do it with Mooney. Hopefully he can. Hopefully that shoulder is healing to where he can put more confidence in going down the field and taking shots. But if not, we're gonna see the same old thing. But RJ, he's not ready for that, man.
Not yet. I believe it's coming though. It's on the way. I'm not even saying this year, but I believe he needs to get. It's going to get to the point, as long as he continues to progress, he's going to get to the point to where he'll be able to really control the offense, I believe. But you got to remember too, though, Matt Ryan didn't necessarily have control of the offense too. It was times where he had to ask the audible or couldn't audible out of a play. It was just like that was the end all be all right there. So, and if they do that to a veteran like Matt, what could they be doing to Penix? So
right,
just another
absolutely.
thing to think about. Just another thing to think about.
Shermea, I know the scheme the issue and the coaching the issue. Penix, the reason why Penix is part of the issue, because he's got to deal with the piss poor scheme and the piss poor play calling, and it's making him look bad at the same time. That's all I'm saying. I know the scheme the issue, play calling the issue. I mean, we all know Bijan gonna get the football, and to start the game off, he don't need to get the football 3 times in a row. Start the game off 3 games in a row. That's a no. And if you're gonna be creative, first 3 plays of the drive is the perfect time to be creative, because they do not know what you're gonna do. Say like if they think you're gonna run Bijan, you run a play action on the first play, and you hit the middle of the field, hit Kyle Pitts. That's set the tempo for him the whole game. You got to think about simple stuff like that.
I've noticed about Kyle, what I'm saying. And my thing is, I feel like he's more engaged, but you got to keep him engaged though. You can't go away from
absolutely.
Him. You can't give him like a catch in the first quarter and then be like, I'm gonna holler at you midway through the third. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like you can't do him like that. You have to keep him involved, and I feel like the more involved he is, the more motivated he is. You know, at the end of the day, every player is different, so you got to keep him involved. And as far as like with Bijan Robinson and everything, because I know I did see a comment as well, and just let me explain what I mean by too much Bijan and not enough everybody else. You know, it was only 13 carries. Yes, correct. And it should have been a little more, but definitely should have been more Tyler Algier. How does he get 1 carry for 4 yards? That's crazy.
Same thing from week one.
Our highest Drake London, 5 catches, 55 yards. That was the leading receiver. So basically what I'm saying is the offense isn't having enough balance, and we need to start seeing more balance. More importantly, we need to see the ball being able to get down the field. A lot of check downs, a lot of screens, a lot of comebacks, a lot of slants. And it's like have to do something different because coaches make adjustments. Good coaches, let me say that. They make adjustments. They have their team start to sit on certain things, and then the ball goes the other way. Because you're going to have the pass rush. You're going to start to speed up the quarterback's clock. You're going to try to have to make him make an ill-advised throw. And that happened last week. We can't allow that to be happening. We have to be on schedule with everything that we do.
Absolutely, man. Chosen one said when people jobs on the line, Falcons always show out a few games, then back to their same old selves, playing vanilla defense and predictable offense. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm finna agree with that predictable vanilla defense. They defense has been playing their ass off. Yeah, they on the average 222 yards and 224 yards a game on defense. When the last time have you seen the Falcon defense playing that well?
Never. Just think about that. Never happened. It's never happened. Our first 3 games are actually on defense are actually historical. Now, we can't celebrate it like that because, for one thing, our record, but this Falcons defense is and I believe Torrey McElhaney even tweeted about it too. This defense is historical because in the first 3 games, it's given up the least amount of yards in Falcons history.
Yeah, like, and that means the 1977 Grits blitz too.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Everything. So it's like, come on now.
And we have what? We have 8 sacks in 3 games.
When the last
I remember 2 years ago or 3 years ago, it took us all the way to week 9 to get 8 sacks. Think about that. And we did it in 3 games. And I expect more this week because when you're playing mobile quarterbacks and you flush them out the pocket and you force them into the other side of the defense going either way, that could be a sack, or somebody blitzing up the middle, that could be a sack. So I mean, the way they're attacking on defense, I love it. And this defense may be the reason why we win this game, because they could force turnovers. Because we know what Mariota is going to do. Let's keep it real. He played well last week, but the old Mariota is going to show up some way, somehow. And we know he fumbles the ball as well.
I sure hope so, but I ain't going to lie to you, Smitty. I know it's Marcus Mariota. I know the player. I know he was real low down here in Atlanta, but coaching matters, y'all. My thing is, I'm not saying they're going to put 41 up on us, but I'm just saying we need to come into this game prepared as if Marcus Mariota is Jaden Daniels, because they can do certain things. Remember, Marcus, even though he's on the downside, that still is a former first rounder that used to play for us, that's coming back to the Benz with our former coach and a new system, and coaching does matter.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say they're going to beat us or anything. All I'm just saying is be prepared, stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready for Marcus Mariota, because he's coming down here to try to defeat these Falcons. You know how good it would feel to Marcus Mariota after we benched him for Desmond Ridder and he quit on the team, for him to be able to come on down here with the team needing him, and him getting a victory on the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta in front of the home fans. We cannot allow that.
Nope.
And honestly, it's deeper than that. I'm really on the surface level, but at the end of the day, we cannot allow that. And coaching matters. So we have to be on our best behavior with the coaching on the coaching staff and do what we need to do in order to have our offense humming, because I think our defense is going to come to play. This is a big game, but our offense has to be humming, because people can say what they want about Cliff Kingsbury, but when you think about it, it's Kingsbury versus Robinson.
Yeah,
it is.
And Craig said Penix needs an experienced quarterback guru that knows how to call offensive plays instead of somebody that is also trying to learn the job as well. And this is, I mean, honestly, Craig, this is all Raheem's fault, because this is the guy that he chose, and he said himself when he got here, he knew who his offensive coordinator was going to be when he got another head coaching job. So he planned this ahead of time. And the thing about it, that's true to a certain extent. But if the head coach picks his guy, that who we have to deal with, that who he's got to deal with. And as I said, man, when you got a young quarterback, why hire a first-year offensive coordinator if you're going to go out and get a rookie quarterback? Because like I said, Kirk Cousins helped guide Zach Robinson last year and guide him along last year. So he didn't have as much pressure on his shoulders. When you have a veteran quarterback and a first-year play caller, the veteran quarterback actually turns into the coach.
But bro, they tried that. That's why Kurt was here, to help Zach with that as well. I mean, to help the Falcons all the way around. Kurt was supposed to be the ultimate savior for the Atlanta Falcons. Take us to the playoffs, be our starting quarterback, help our rookie offensive coordinator, groom our rookie offensive QB, who's supposed to be the franchise. But that one right there that I just said, that's where it all went wrong. Because it was like, how in the world are you going to bring him in here when you gave me 180 and tell me, you know, so for the next 4 years, telling me I'm the guy. Now you want me to groom a guy and groom this other guy over here. You want me to groom this way and that way. Okay, so again, at the end of the day, it don't make sense. And now we are in this situation with the rookie, with a second-year offensive coordinator. We still have a first-year defensive coordinator that is gone now, because he's not a defensive coordinator anywhere else. So he's still a one-year defensive coordinator who is gone. Second-year guy who the magnifying glass is on even more because of the first-year guy being gone now. At the end of the day, it's still two rookie hires. I believe you should have gotten two experienced guys. But
man, point blank on defense.
Yeah,
they should have kept Ryan Nielsen. Point blank, period.
Man.
Point blank, period.
See, Smitty, now we going to completely off of the preview and just talking straight up Falcons football.
Yeah, so now I done switched it over anyway. So now we finna talk Falcon defense against that offense. But T. Walker said, please do a short after you watch the NFL live. They're echoing what you, Tim, and everyone else is saying. Thanks for the content, man. No problem, T. Walker. I appreciate your donation, my brother. But yeah, man. I mean, absolutely. That's true. And I mean, everybody know it, but it seems like the damn coach don't know it. Just like last year. What did I say, Chris? Kirk Cousins hurt. I mean, Raheem Morris can't see that. If I can see that with these big ass glasses, he can't see it standing on the sideline. Something wrong, man. Something wrong. But boom, what's good, my guy? So the biggest concern is how would they respond this week? Over the past few seasons, they come out playing soft after a horrible performance the week before. Can they turn the page? They must respond. Absolutely, boom. Absolutely. Right.
Bro, I said this earlier. We are like the definition of a Friday take. We can't never have two things that match. Remember last year we had subpar defense. Yes, I'm being nice. Subpar defense. You know what I'm saying? Offense was looking pretty good. We were 6-3. Now this year we got awesome defense right now. You know, best defense we have seen on paper and performance on a sample size, but still in quite some time. Let's just say that, but at least maybe like 2017, 20, you know what I'm saying? Maybe somewhere in that area. But this is a historic right now defense right now, and we can't get it together on offense. If we can just get this offense clicking, if it can just get going, I believe it's going to help the defense get even better, because that's going to be more rest, more preparation for the defense to go get after these guys. And then if you're able to sustain the gain leads and sustain them, that means other teams abandon the run game. Then they have to actually just do nothing but passes to try to catch back up. guess what happens then? Our guys pinning their ears back, going after the quarterback, QB hits, sacks. I love that for Atlanta. So that's all I'm trying to get, man, for real. So we just got to get better.
And since we're gonna flip over to defense against offense, Uduko, I said this earlier, and I said it on the live earlier. Mike Gundy gone from Oklahoma State, and they've been eyeing Zach Taylor for 2 years. So Zach Taylor might be his second and final season in Atlanta. And as I told y'all, if Mike Daniel gets fired from Miami, I'm gonna make that phone call as soon as that happens, because I know what I'm getting with Mike McDaniel. Like I said, he was under Kyle Shanahan. He was here in Atlanta. He coached with Raheem Morris on that Falcons Super Bowl team, so he knows exactly what to expect. And as I told y'all, Matt LaFleur was a quarterback coach on that team. He goes to Green Bay, and he's one of the best coaches in the league, with one of the best win-loss records as a coach.
I'm sorry, Mike McDaniel. I'm sorry, it's not Mike McDaniel. I'm sorry, Matt LaFleur. Sir, I've been praying on your downfall for seasons just because I wanted you to be my offensive coordinator, and you ain't right. You just won't buy in, so I'm gonna leave you alone. Congratulations on all your success.
Yeah. Boom, appreciate the donation, my brother. He said, just support the channels, man. Yeah, you got to, man. And boom, please go to your channel, hit the share button, come back here and drop it in the chat so people can subscribe to your channel.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. You know, boom, man. He out there trying to win him an old championship, you know, and coaching himself. He trying to be a player, a coach, and a podcaster. You know, boom.
Hey, he get to that championship game. I'm going, man.
Oh yeah, I'll go up. I'll pull up.
I'm going.
Are you
serious? I'm going. Absolutely, I'm going.
Like, yes, sir. But yeah, the defense about the Commanders' offense. Now, we already been alluding. Marcus Mariota could be the starting quarterback. Jaden Daniels still had that knee, so he's kind of day to day. So be on the lookout for that and saw how the week progresses. Hopefully, Jaden Daniels doesn't play, because I want to know for a fact who the quarterback is that we're facing. But again, don't sleep on Mariota. I understand you could snooze on him and everything down here in Atlanta.
He can still move with them legs, though.
Still move with the legs. He had a rushing touchdown. He had a rushing touchdown this previous game.
He had five in one season with the Falcons.
So I'm just saying, we know he can move with the ball. So this is another game to where you're having yet another quarterback who can move. That's 4 guys in a row now that you're facing against that can move with the ball. You can't let this guy to escape the lanes. He's going to try to find the lanes when the pressure comes. Our guys have to be able to shoot those gaps correctly and be able to get him down on the ground. It's not about just generating pressures. Pressure to me is QB hits and sacks, not those almostes. So, and this is another game where you can't have that. We've seen that against Bryce Young. We almost got there a few times, but we didn't quite get there because we only had 2 QB hits and I believe only 1 or 2 sacks against him. We can't have that type of game against Mariota. That offense, honestly, when you think about it, even with the possibility of them not having Terry McLaurin because he has a quad and he's seeking other outside sources for a second opinion about that quad injury. So let me tell you,
I'm glad you said that because this brings me to my next point. The Washington Commanders are second in the league in rushing. And they're going to have a mobile quarterback on the center no matter who it is, Jaden Daniels or Marcus Mariota. So that's going to make that offense even more deadly when it comes to running the football. And we struggled the last 2 games against the run. Well, not against Minnesota, but not even against Tampa, but last week against Carolina, even though Chuba Hubbard only had 73 yards, Bryce Young used his just a little bit. But look, McKeskey Merritt, I think his name is, the rookie running back. He got boosted into the starting role, but you know he's one of those guys that can break it. I think he scored 2 touchdowns last week, and he just after Austin Eckler got hurt, he boosted right into the starting spot, and he earned it. So 157 yards a game, man, that's no joke. That's a lot, and we all know that we a little small up the middle.
Beware for Deebo Samuel too.
Yeah, and he's another running back. So I mean, he's a running back / wide receiver, but he's versatile. Yeah. Just put it like that. So he's you can see quick,
younger Cordero Patterson right now,
pretty much. And you think about it, you can see quick sweeps, you can see screen passes, you can see all of that. Because if you're running for 157 yards a game, look, I'm telling you, that's gonna make it much, much more dangerous. But Craig said when Raheem get the guts to bench our franchise quarterback, but couldn't do it last year with Kurt before he choked the division away, spineless. And I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I can't argue with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, I love everybody's opinion at the end of the day. It just, but there was more invested in Kurt. I ain't saying that it's right. Let me get that out the way too. But I'm just saying, that it was more invested in Kurt than it is in Penix. And we're talking about, stuff, things that go under the table wise, even though this is on the surface. So it just, that's kind of politics in a way. Penix didn't deserve to get benched, honestly. But take this into consideration. We did bench Kurt when we were getting blown out by the Broncos last year, and Penix did come in. I believe Penix came in twice for Kurt last year before he came in ultimately securing that starting job. So, I mean, take it for what it is. But I do feel y'all Falcon fans that say he should have never been benched. Let him roll with his punches. Let him roll with his blowout. You know what I said, as far as getting blown out in Bank of America Stadium. So I understand, take his lumps. That's what I wanted to do originally from the beginning. Get a quarterback, take your lumps, let him learn if you believe in the guy, and let us go forward and put pieces around him and keep a young quarterback on a rookie deal while you got pieces around him. Now, it may have been a year or so, too late, but hey, we still did it. So we're going to try to see what happens moving forward.
Now let me give y'all a quick insight as to what Washington does. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt played in all 3 games. He's now the leading rusher for the Commanders, 125 yards in those 3 games, 5.7 yards a carry. Then you go over Jeremy McNichols, who was a former Atlanta Falcon, but did not make the 53-man roster. 103 yards, 12.9 yards a carry. He had that big 60-yard run, of course. Then you get to the quarterback, Jay Daniels, 85 yards. So when you look at touchdowns, Krosky Merritt, like I said, had those 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. So when you look at this run game, they come at you from so many angles. It could either be Merritt, McNichols, Daniels, Austin Eckler is hurt. It could be Mariota, Chris Rodriguez Jr. We forgot about him. Then you look at Deebo Samuels, who's a Swiss Army knife.
They're going to definitely try to run the ball. So, I mean, but we're going to try to run the ball as well. And, we're going to continue to do what we have to do because, guys, like, this game is so important. And if Terry McLaurin is not in the game, that is a good thing because the Falcons then can switch up some coverages on themselves because Terry not being there, they have to take away the Commanders' chunk plays. We have to be tight on these guys, player personnel, keep a safety high over the top versus the vertical routes. And of course, we're going to have to play some more, probably split safety. But ultimately, you got to try to disguise and pressure this guy, Mariota. Again, I've already told you what pressure is. But more importantly than all that, as crazy as it may sound, please, 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 special teams, help us out this week. Because their special teams scored last week. Our special teams have been, in the totality of it all, have been looking very dismal, very out of sync. We're giving up gash plays. We're running into each other. We're not catching knuckleballs. It's just thing after thing after thing. And it hurts because this team was mostly constructed for special teams.
Yeah.
So
and Mike Thibodeau, they absolutely had to spy on Mariota. Yeah, absolutely. Mariota or Jay Daniels, whoever plays, you got to spy on them.
And you're definitely gonna have to spy on them. And you have Divine Diablo. I believe that Divine Diablo may be for that. Let's see what happens. It may be Jalen Walker. So because he can definitely do it too. But yeah, for me, man. That special teams have just been, why they abandoning Tyler and Algier. Yeah, because they're definitely, I like how you did that because they are abandoning Tyler and Algier. Tyler Algier should definitely get more carries, fam. He does.
You see what happened? You see what happened against Minnesota,
Bro. It was so beautiful. And we seen that same thing against those Carolina Panthers that we beat the first time in Bank of America Stadium last year. We were running the ball. Tyler, Bijan, taking them down, man.
Bijan, he Bijan to me. So I see you trying to correct it, man. He is what he is. He is who he is.
Hey, I'm trying to get into the swing, man. I sometimes it's Bijan. Hey, I'm about to just call him B-Rob and get it over with. Just like, now what? So, I'm just saying, man. It's difficult. But
be like Penix. You just call him B and leave it alone.
And just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, man, we got a two-headed monster in the backfield. We need to use them because remember our Super Bowl year, man, we had two guys that were capable out of the backfield. My thing is, why not go back? We already repeating history on a few other things. We might as well try to pull out some good history. So I'm liking my thing.
Man, look, the offensive line is built for a run game. Let it be a run game. B Lane said he in Dallas. And look at what Dallas is doing. Dallas got blown out yesterday. They nowhere near good as the Falcons. But he said, how come we have no vertical threat? Every route, tight windows, outside the hashes, lowest deep pass rating with a deep passing quarterback. B Lane. I'm gonna say what I said earlier. The reason why we not going vertical because they're expecting Bijan to touch the ball every single time. When you become one-dimensional, that's what they're gonna focus on. And if you're not balanced, you're not gonna be able to take shots downfield. Why? Because you can't bat them off the line of scrimmage. So if you can't get them on their heels, you're not gonna be able to take shots downfield. And not only that, Darnell Mooney is hurt. So that's probably why he's not going vertical. But at the same time, you got Raymond McLeod, you got Drake London, you got David Seals who played Sunday, who probably can be an asset. You got weapons. You just got to know how to use them. But your biggest weapon of all to control the middle of the field to open everything up is Kyle Pitts. And they don't even dial up plays for him by himself. When he get catches, it's because of progression and he's a check down. 9 times out of 10, that's the only reason why he gets the football. They don't dial up plays just for him. You saw it last year with Kirk Cousins. They would dial it up plays for Kyle Pitts. Kirk Cousins chose to go in other directions. So it's just simple things like that.
Yeah, and Penix, he missed Pitts a couple of times this game. It was I know it was one where he was running up the seam and he actually was looking for the football. But Penix went down to the check down. You know, so again, sometimes you can already have in your head what you're going to be doing, especially if the play is already schemed that way. Because Penix is the ultimate team guy. Hey, man, it is whatever the coach wants to do, whatever the coach runs. So I'm going to run the play and everything. So at the end of the day, man.
That's easier said than done, my guy. Easier said than done.
I wish.
I mean, if you were scheming the right way and running the football, and I'm telling you, Minnesota game, the way they were running the football at will, they should have took way more shots downfield. And they were there. 2 of them Penix missed because one he overthrew it, one he underthrew it. So, I mean, how can you expect him to get in rhythm when they ain't in rhythm?
Yeah, also, man, I'm also watching if McLaurin is not playing because you think about it, the Falcons can start playing a little football, like making them try to beat them underneath, you know, so make them start throwing the screens and all this stuff like that. Now, of course, we still have to stop that. We have to start sitting on those routes and everything too, but not having McLaurin there, they're taking away like a vertical threat. And if you're taking away that vertical threat, you can really hone in. And like I said, especially with us not having AJ Terrell, if they don't have Terry McLaurin, we don't have AJ Terrell. I feel like it starts to kind of like matches up a little bit better. You know, bring early pressure, of course. You know what I'm saying. And in the fourth quarter, hopefully we have a lead to where we can just grind them out with Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson even more, y'all. Like for real.
Agreed. What's up, Ron?
What's happening, fam?
Deanna said, wasn't he out? Was he out when we played last year? Yeah, he was out. But X factors, y'all follow along. Y'all follow along in the chat, man. Throw out y'all X factors. Chosen One said they made Kyle Pitts such a waste of top talent. Why draft him if you don't know how to use him, or if you don't use him, he's not drafted to block. Absolutely, he's a glorified tight end. That's actually a wide receiver. You should line him up in the X, especially when Darnell Mooney banged up. You still got another tight end in Charlie Warner, and you still got another tight end in Felipe Franks, who's athletic as well.
Yeah, well, and we'll see what happens with the development of Josh Simon.
We gotta stop Debo. Absolutely.
You're darn right. Because if you think about it, he's probably going to get used even more this game. I think so. Because we're going to be trying to stop Mariota from running. But Debo out there, you can put Debo in the screen and he get out there and start acting like he on punt return.
Yeah. So K9. Crazy thing about it, we done fired Marquise Williams once before.
Man,
he ended up back here. And if this special teams don't improve, hey, you got to go again. And then Raheem going to take over special teams.
Hey, man, something's got to give because our special teams, again, the team has been constructed to be the strength of special teams. And it's not a strength. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not. And we got to get ready.
Boom said, for all those, and thank you for the donation, Boom. He said, for all those who lost faith in Penix, I'll tell you this. He's our guy. He will be our guy. Him being bitch will light his fire. I don't think he's going to. Well, you talking about last week getting bitch. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, that might light his fire, and he's probably going to get back in that film room this week and been in the film room this week trying to prepare for Washington. Because he has a leg up on that because he played him last year. So he kind of, has seen what Dan Quinn has to offer just a little bit. Does he understand it? I don't know. We'll see. But since he's played them, he has an advantage in that aspect. But I'm telling y'all, Kirk Cousins ain't doing shit on that sideline because Michael Penix should have an extra coach. I'm gonna leave it just that simple. He should have an extra coach in Kirk Cousins, and this lets me know Kirk Cousins don't give a damn. He just want to go.
I'm about to say, well, I don't told you I still want to start in this league. Look, I was a snake. Listen, I'm not calling Kirk Cousins a snake, but when I show you what they are, you gotta take it for what it is. So if you go and pick up a snake and it bites you, it's like, well, you knew that before you picked me up. It just. At the end of the day, it's just like you knew he wants to go on and move on. I think he's going to help Michael Penix, and I think he is helping Michael Penix. I'm gonna be honest, but I do think there is some minimum to it. I don't think he's giving him the sauce, if you will. I think I get
where you're coming from with that. But I started last week. This week, your week to start the X factors, and I don't want to hit. I'm thinking.
All right, no problem. All right. Well, okay. So for offense. This week, of course, I'm going with Zach Robinson. I mean, it's just obvious. How can I not? I've been on this guy, so ain't no point in me jumping off of his case right now. And this offense has got to get better. We have to be better in the red zone. We have to be better just being able to push the ball down the field, get up and down the field, stay in rhythm, get the plays called, time management, all that stuff like that. And instead of jumping on just the quarterback, because it's on him too, but it starts with the coaching and the leadership. So Zach Robinson, I need you to be in your bag because Cliff Kingsbury and his offense is no pushover. And we have to score points. This is a game where we have to score points. It can't be none of that stuff that we've seen in the first 3 games. This team put up points no matter if it's Jaden or Marcus. We've already seen it early. Yes, football is week to week, but good football teams and good coached football teams are just that. We have to show that we're a good coached football team because we've already been out-coached multiple times.
Yeah.
Now, on defense, I'm going to have to go with my defensive line, man. We got pushed around by the Carolina Panthers, and I already know why. I understand why we were too small. I get it. But we got to show more grit, more fight. We can't allow these guys from the Washington Commanders to push us around, and because they have better guys who can run the ball than the Carolina Panthers. We were going against Chuba Herbert and gave up 73 yards. You don't want them to start using Deebo Samuel as a running back. You don't want them to start getting McNicholas going or any of those guys going, in the run game as well. Then you don't want to forget about Marcus Mariota, and then he tries to escape out the back door on you. So we have to be bigger up front. I feel like the Bucks game was a good introduction. The Minnesota game was, of course, the defense's game, especially on the line. The subpar performance and got pushed around, got bullied a little bit. Maybe a welcome to NFL for Dorless and Rook and guys like that. So I'm expecting these guys to bounce back this week because we got to have it. We can't get pushed around. If our defensive line gets pushed around, we may get gashed for worse yards than what we've seen against the Panthers. Because I believe,
because they averaging 157 yards a game. That's second in the league. So when they break a run, it's gonna break. And we all know they always had the physical offensive line. That's just like Dallas. We talk about the Dallas Wall when it comes to offensive line. Same with the Washington Redskins. That's a blueprint for them to get a physical offensive line because it's really who they are. But my X factor, man, I'm gonna keep it sweet and simple, and I'm gonna say Tyler Algier on offense. And the reason why I say Tyler Algier on offense, it just is what it is, Chris. It just is what it is, Chris. Tyler Algier needs carries. If you're going to control the clock and you're going to win this football game and keep that Washington offense off the field, Tyler Algier has to have at least 15 carries this game, 15 to 20. I think they should run the ball at least 40 times, 15 to 20 with each guy. Because, it's the only way we're going to open up the pass game. It's the only way we're going to get the shots downfield. And it's the only way you're going to, my opinion, is the only way to lift some of the pressure off his shoulders. And Tyler Algier is that dude who can wear down defense. And they have to do it. And on defense, I want to see Brandon Dorless come back from the Brandon Dorless we seen in preseason in game 1 and game 2. He disappeared last week. I want to see Brandon Dorless show up this week and do what we know he can do. Get up to the quarterback, stop the run. I want to see Brandon Dorless take this game over, man. And with a mobile quarterback and a guy that can push the pocket like he can, I think he's going to be key in them stopping the run because he's the one that can control run gaps. He's the one that can get after the quarterback. So Tyler Algier running the football.
Zach Harrison in that regard too. Zach Harrison.
Right, Zach Harrison. Yeah. Root, Aurora, all of them on that front seven, man. We got to stop the run this week. 157 yards is a lot of yards running. Because look, we had 200 against Minnesota, and look what we did to them.
We did it.
We got to have that same mentality going into this game. Because the more you keep Daniels or Mariota or whoever's going to be the quarterback out the field, better chance we have to win this football game. It's just that simple. Because if they can't get on the field, they can't run the football. So control the clock with Algier on offense, stop the run, get after the quarterback with Dorless and those front four on defense. Yep. Just that simple. But
one more thing too, Smitty.
Go ahead.
And this could be just for the team. You know what I'm saying? I believe we also got to win the time of possession.
Absolutely. But that comes with running the football. That comes with Algier. That comes with controlling the clock. That's why I said you got to keep them off the field. You got to.
Yeah.
Boom said my X factor interior defense line getting pressure, and the quarterback helped those guys on the edge too. Zach Robinson put the receiver in a better position. Absolutely. Every route doesn't have to be a deep shot. Just that simple.
Shoot, honestly, I prefer more deep shots from Zach Robinson. To be honest, everything doesn't have to be a comebacker, a slant, a out. A screen, a bubble. It just like, come on, give me some variety in a good way. Yeah, I'm loving these X factors though. I'm loving these X factors.
Solomon says Zach Robinson's job just might be on the line after this game. He has to get it done this week. We went from a top 10 offense to the bottom of the league, and it don't get no simpler than that. Right. And like I just said, that Oklahoma State job just opened up. He might ask for a release, knowing him. Who knows?
You never know. You never know, because I'm just saying we are the same franchise that has happened to before. Remember, Bobby?
But the thing about it, B-Lane, we played McLaren very well last year. He didn't really hurt us last year. It was just that long drive in the third quarter of 9 minutes
That
would keep the team. That was the end of it. That wore
and
down the defense.
and that penalty.
D'Angelo Malone. Yeah, that's true.
That penalty on Malone was huge. I still don't necessarily think it was a penalty, but regardless, it was called. So it was huge. That derailed us because that extended the drive for those guys. The drive was over. We sacked them. We got them out of the red zone. Everything. I mean, out of the we had them out of field goal range. Everything was working lovely.
8 carry. I'm gonna say 40 carries. If each one of them get 15 and 20 a game in the game, and they carry the ball, and I throw Nathan Card in there too. You just run the ball 40 times with the running backs and chew up the clock. I think it's a win because you went on the defense. I mean, they not gonna be good in the fourth quarter. It's just that simple. But we
can start hitting them with Tyler and Bijan even more.
Absolutely. But score predictions. Y'all drop the predictions in the chat, man. I start this one. I think this is gonna be interesting since I feel like both teams might try to make the run game their focal point. Just like I said with Minnesota. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I'm gonna go and see Zach Robinson. He made this no damn easy. I'm gonna say 17-16 Falcons.
Okay. I can get with that. Man, you ain't lying, bro. It make it tough, but I'm gonna go 20-17 Falcons. I'm gonna go 20-17 Falcons.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So y'all drop them predictions in the chat, man, before we get out of here, man. Boom got another super chat, man. Appreciate you again, my brother. Boom. He said, much as I would hate it, if they're not going to use Algier, trade him somewhere else because he deserves better. Hey, Boom. Yeah, man, I said it earlier in the preseason and during the offseason. He not coming back to Atlanta. He I would say a handful of teams, he can be a number one guy. Arizona is one of those teams because James Conner just suffered a season-ending injury, and we don't know how it's going to affect him going forward. And they could use a young running back next year. So we talk about Arthur Smith in Pittsburgh. They need another running back. So I mean, yeah, Algier, if I was him, I would go try to be a number one guy, get my money and play. And I told Uncle Louis this. Uncle Louis wasn't mad. He said, I understand where you're coming from. But trust me, I think 5 to 6 teams, Tyler Algier is the number one running back.
Facts. No, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he has the capability. He was our number one running back. I mean,
JB said he's scared. He's scared to predict. And that's a great point, Chris. Yeah. He ran 4,000 yards as a rookie, so he was the number one running back. And did we really have to draft Bijan? No, but I understood why. Because when have we had a dynamic running back like that? That has always been my point. Yeah, Deanna said 24-17. Idoko said 23-19 Commanders.
Oof.
I mean, I'm not mad. Washington, Angelo said Angelo, my bad. Angelo C said 24-10. If he's a Washington fan, that's cool. We welcome fans from other teams. And shout out to the Viking fan that came through last week, man. Shout out to them.
Facts.
24-17 says Blade Runner.
Go Blade Runner.
Dan said same score as last time. We played them, except we win making a field goal this time.
Okay.
Solomon 14-10. I just don't trust the offense.
I understand.
Solomon right there where I'm at. I say 17-16, so it might be a field goal fest.
Right.
Rod say 28-24. I don't think they're gonna score that many points. I might be wrong.
You gotta show me.
Hey, Twan said that hat lit, my brother.
Oh, the hat. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, let me get a little close in for you, yeah, man. I appreciate that. I try to keep my lids right now if I'm gonna wear them.
6-7 say 2017. Cooler said 24-20. Our boy Darius say 23-20.
I like it.
Them field goals in there. Kara said Falcons win. That's all I got for a prediction. Gotcha. Must win Sunday. I don't care if it's 70-0. Just
Hey, I would love for it to be 7-0 because that's gonna bring our average on back down too. I mean, even though it didn't go like skyrocketing, but as far as like our point totals and everything like that, yeah, let's bring that stuff back down. So
yeah, Robin said whoever win is going to be a 3-point game. So it's a last second field goal no matter who wins. I can respect that.
I can see that.
Boom said 17-10. I mean, see that's the bad part. A lot of these fans, they don't even trust Zach Robinson, and that's bad because we know we have so many have so much talent, man. And then you have running backs across the league going down with injuries. So could they trade Tyler at the deadline? That's a possibility. I would not mark that out, but hey, game of barbershops at 21-14. Twan said 24-17. Detroit Lions used Montgomery and Gibbs, two-headed monster, and that's what the Falcons got to do. That's exactly what they got to do. But let's see. Trey said 29-16. Mariota finna dance all over us. He gonna take Washington.
Oh Lord, not dance all over us, Trey.
13-10 say Archangel. What's good, my guy? Ain't seen you in a minute.
Y'all know, right?
Hey, his name Dirty Bird 6'7". So I just call him 6'7".
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot height.
Man, there you go. Let's go singing.
It just reminded me of that when you said 6'7".
Boom said he would trade Tyler and draft pick for interior defensive line help. Not a bad idea. I traded for a wide receiver.
Man, I'm talking about for real.
And y'all talked about that Tyreek Hill trade. It's looking more enticing right now.
See, something will have to happen to A-Chain for that to really make sense.
Yeah, true. That's true.
That's the only thing. Now, you know, what else we got? Any more score predictions? What's good, family?
The boy said 41-17. Ooh, boy. Mariota revenge game. Waylo said 2013.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, y'all rough. Miss Lisa said 17-14, so she right there where I'm at. I'm at 17-16. I'll trade that Roberts for a bag of rest Doritos.
Doritos. God dang. I ain't gonna lie. I at least the purple bag. But
hey, you tough, man. You tough.
What Carlos said, I'm tired of the low scores. We need to get active 30-24. Hey, man. Hey, we want to get active. You talking to the wrong guys.
Right.
Like, we want to get active.
Right, man. You know what to do, man. Time to get them shout outs, man. Time to get them shout outs.
Shout out. What is it, Vontae? Oh, Vontae said 20-17.
2017. I just can't trust this team after Sunday. And I'm not mad at y'all taking Washington, man. I understand. I mean, now trust me, I tell y'all the Falcons gonna lose if I believe they're gonna lose. But this one of them games, like somebody said in the chat earlier, I think that little fire up under Michael Penix, he might come out baller this week. And I'm gonna trust that. And if they come out running the football, like I said, it'll give them even more confidence because it'll take a little bit of stress off them.
Yeah, man.
Mo said 21-20, but go ahead.
Yeah, man. For shout outs for me, man. Shout out to each and every last one of you guys, man, that's coming in, you know, showing love to me and Smitty. As you know, we do these weekly. You know, we're going to be here again next Tuesday. So y'all make sure y'all pull up for that preview as well. Well, shoot, actually, it's not going to be a preview, but we still may do something special. So regardless, though, shout out to each and every last one of y'all. Appreciate y'all always coming through. And for me, man, you always can find me at A1 Forever Sports platform on YouTube. Come over, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, man. Be a part of the A1 family. Still growing over there, almost at 4,500. That's because of each one, every last one of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Of course, always hit that like button and make sure y'all dropping comments on our content and everything because it helps us get out there in the algorithm. It ain't necessarily always about super chats and all that stuff like that. We, you know, sometimes
we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do always appreciate
it. Definitely.
You know, like in the comments sometimes goes a long way. Sometimes it helps lead to more subscribers. So, you know, we appreciate y'all for that.
Every time you do that, you get new people in here every single Tuesday, every single Sunday. And because I know last week or week before last, we had almost 500 people in the chat at one time. And week one, the best show to date, week one, we had almost 600 people in the chat week one. So just keep liking, subscribing,
Share.
and people, and it's gonna grow and it's gonna be big, man. And we're gonna keep having fun. But go ahead, man. My bad.
Yep. Got another one. Okay, 2017. That's what I'm saying. I like that 2017. I'm kind of right there. But
Yeah.
also, man, Hawks Digest. Catch me on the Hawks Digest as well. I keep saying it. Season is almost here. We're really like a month away. Literally today, a month away from the regular season for the NBA. So I know football will be very knee deep then. But also get ready for the Hawks because we do have an exciting team. Moves have been made. Kristaps Porzingis, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, the sharpshooter Luke Kennard, along to go with Zachary Ricochet, year 2, the returning Jalen Johnson, Yeko Okonwu. We'll see exactly what happens with him exactly. And, of course, the head of the snake, Trae Young. So, y'all get ready for Hawks basketball, y'all. We all get ready. The Braves, yeah. But also,
they seem to be over this week, thank God.
Yeah,
it's
Twitter,
over this week, thank God.
Twitter A1 Forever, Instagram A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Again, come on, be a part of the A1 family. I love to have each and every last one of you.
Before I get my shout out, boom, boy, I know you bold, and I know you speak your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But do you really trust Zach Robinson to bring us to the NFC Championship game coaching like this? Now, it might help that he come down on the field, but at the same time, if he's not gradually growing every week, we're going to get around the first round pick, a top 10 pick, and that's not going to be good. And if that happens, somebody definitely losing their job.
Nah.
But I like your bold prediction, man. I like it, but
I love it.
I can't roll with it right now though, boom. But thank you for the donation, man, as always. I mean, you done gave about 4 donations, so
yeah. We got to make Boom the subscriber of the night or something. just something. Oh no, we appreciate it though, for real, bro.
HO said no matter who don't play for them, we have been beating ourselves absolutely point blank. Period.
That part right there, HO. Like that one is so loud and clear. You don't even need a megaphone, brother.
Beat ourselves against Tampa, missed the field goal. Missed throws during the game that could have been touchdowns against Tampa. Then week 2, you didn't throw the ball in the end zone. You just kept running until you got in the field goal range to kick 5 field goals. You got to get the ball in the end zone. Then last week, pick 6, that was a mistake. Special teams was bad. Michael Penix was off, played like garbage, and I'm gonna just say it because I can.
That was his work.
But yeah, I mean, it was just overall bad games. So yeah, all 3 games should have been wins.
Right. You right.
A said 38-13 over the Falcons. The Redskins don't exist, but we gonna say Redskins because the mama named Redskins, so I'm gonna call them Redskins. But my shout out, man, to the chat as always, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man. As always, thank you for the donation. Truly appreciate it. But also, thank y'all for being respectful, man, because I had to deal with some disrespect with people in my comments. And I'm gonna put them on blast if I ever see them, because you know I'm not the person that you want to do like that. Trust me, because I know how to get with you. I can hurt your feelings, but I'm not built like I'm built like that. But I try to keep that. As I told y'all, trying to change my life and trying go in a more positive direction. But still, HO know what I'm talking about. I can get with you.
All right,
but shout out to the chat. And shout out to whoever told Zach Robinson to get his ass on the field. It probably wasn't Raheem Morris. It was probably Arthur Blank. It was probably that other guy that we don't like, and I'm not gonna call his name, and y'all know who I'm talking about. But it definitely wasn't Raheem Morris. But I'm glad he's getting on the field. So shout out to whoever told him to do that.
I don't care if it was the janitor who was mopping the floor as he was coming out of the bathroom. I'm just glad he's getting on the field, so at least we can get a closer connection with our QB.
Dan, I don't care who told him.
Hey, let's go, Matt. Let's go, Matt.
Long as he gets his ass on the field. But shout out to y'all, man. But another great show, man. Going into week 4, man, we got to have a win. I think this is pivotal going forward. If we lose this game again, only 1% of teams make it to the playoffs after 1-3 start. because it's just too deep of a hole to climb back from. So it happens. But y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Dropped a couple of videos today, so please go check those out. Find me on Twitter at fatboyslim_21, as I'm always over there blowing it up because that's what I do. And look, man, shout out, appreciate you, Boom.
Hey, man, appreciate that.
I mean, we've been in it for a while, man. And look, talking to y'all make it easy because Chris will tell y'all we're gonna do a 30-minute pop-up show, turn into an hour and a half, 2 hours, just like that. Just like that. Always. Because as soon as you get talking football, you just don't know when to shut up.
Then we like what we do, you know. We actually enjoy doing it, you know what I'm saying? So
appreciate you, Shocker.
Until I get more time to be able to do this. Like I can't wait until this is like
hey, 8-2. 8-2. Give me a quesadilla with chicken, extra cheese, and hot peppers in it.
Hey, I'm just saying, Carlo, if you just so happen to get 2 shots of tequila, you possibly may look to the left and be like, hey, when the heck you come from? I'm like, what's up, my boy? See, you got some tequila? Nah, just like
yeah, man. Miss Lisa, we definitely need to be 2 and 2 going right here. Absolutely. Right we definitely need it. But yeah, man. Another great show in the books, man. And Sunday we hopefully post game will be a win. And again, I hope to see more and more people. I hope to get to 700, 800. I hope to get up there, man. So if y'all share this on Twitter or Facebook or wherever, when y'all come in Sunday, share it on Twitter or Facebook. Let's help this community grow, man, because you help it grow. I mean, more fans come and more trash you can talk and the more fun we can have. But until Sunday, unless breaking news coming, it's probably gonna come. Y'all can expect to see me put up a video, and when the hot season start, y'all can expect A1 to give y'all A1 news, man, because that's what we do, man. But until then, we're gonna see y'all Sunday, about 4:15, 4:30, and we pray as a win. But until then, we're gonna holler at y'all.